What's up, everybody? We're live. We have a pretty good card this Saturday. We got Corey Sandhagen versus Rob Font in the main event. I think it's a good fight. I'm pretty excited about this fight. There's some good bangers on this card, and I just love UFC and I love watching every card and beating these bookies, guys. So before we dive into this card, let's talk about last card. Yeah, man, another winning night for me. 27.4 units for 2023, man. So we're having a great year, and I just want to keep on doing it, 2-1 on my bets. I won on Gagey and Pereira, and my loss was on Salvador. Salvador lost the fight. It was a bad bet, but like I just said, it's all about having a winning night. It's all that matters. I also bet on Kevin Holland by submission. I couldn't track it because I did it, like right before the fight started. But yeah, so plus 4.2 units for the night, 6-1 my last 7 cards, and 27.4 units, man, overall for 2023. And I just want to keep on pushing that, and have a great year. So we have a lot of good cards coming up. We're like halfway through the year, maybe a little closer. But yeah, man. So let's talk about this card. So first fight of the night. First fight of the night, I believe we have a flyweight fight. We got Osbourne versus Almabayev. Almabayev's making his debut, and then Osborne's been around for a while. Yeah, man, it's one of those fights where I just don't want to even play it because Almabayev, or the newcomer, looks pretty good. Like, he has a good record and stuff, and Osborne's shown some promise. He's fast and he has good striking, but his cardio is not really the best. It's a fight that I want no part of from a betting perspective. Osborne's the dog too, which is pretty intriguing, but I think he's kind of a fade, so I'm gonna go with the newcomer here. Almabayev with the win, but like I said, I would not bet this fight, so I got Asu for the win. Next fight, we got Sean Woodson versus Dennis Buzukja. This is a good fight, man. Dennis trains with Forvolo and all those guys, man, Sarawongo, and he fought on Contender Series. It's kind of hard to really see where he's at just because, he's a good striker and stuff, but this is a pretty short notice fight, man. He took this on a couple of days' notice. If it was a full training camp, I don't know who I would pick. It may be closer because Sean Wilson's dropped the ball before. But Sean Wilson's a pretty good striker. He's huge for the division. Who was his last fight? I'm trying to remember. Because didn't he fight that? Hold on real quick. I know he had a controversial fight pretty recently. Yeah, so that Saldana fight. Yeah, dude, he didn't really look that good in that fight. It was a draw. Yeah, that was the worst we've seen him, dude. But he's taken a lot of time off. He's huge for the division. Maybe the weight cut is affecting him. But it's just really hard to pick Buzukja here, man, because he's taking this fight on really short notice. But he looks pretty good for sure on the regional scene. But Woodson has a more UFC experience, and Woodson's boxing's really good. I'm gonna go with Sean Woodson, but didn't Joey and Rosa tap him out? Yeah, it's a striker for a striker matchup. I'll go with Sean Woodson. I'm just not confident in this fight, but it's a good fight. Next fight, we got Cody Durden versus Jake Hadley. This is one of the best fights of the card. This is the people's main event. I got 3 units on Cody Durden, a plus 145. His line's actually getting better. I think it's like plus 160 now. I'm kind of surprised. I thought that plus 145 was going to be the best line that we got. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people. It's like 50-50. There's a lot of people talking shit about Cody Durden this matchup, and I'm really excited to talk about it. Can't wait to talk shit after he wins this fight. So I think Jake Hadley is no slouch. I think that he has a lot of promise. I think that he's a good striker. He has good jiu-jitsu, good boxing. It's just he's pretty green, man, and he's getting thrown in there against one of the best wrestlers in the division, Cody Durden. I get it, We've seen him, he's 4-2-1 in the UFC. He's been subbed twice against Makayev, and then the fight, the fluke against Jimmy Flick. In this matchup, I feel like it's going to be a good fight. And striking wise, I think that they both have good striking. I think, Hadley has pretty good boxing. He's long. He likes to, rip the body. But Durden's pace and his pressure is really good. And I feel like Hadley fights good at distance, but it's going to be hard for him to let loose on those strikes when Durden's in his face. Durden's going to be pushing the pace. He's relentless, fights hard for 15 minutes, good right hand. And I definitely see Durden taking him down. And I think Durden wins his fight if he fights smart. I mean, Durden has the way better wrestling. He has very good top control. I mean, we just saw him take down Charles Johnson 11 times. He dominated Moto. I mean, he dominated both these guys on the mat. And people think he's one-dimensional, but I think he has good striking too. I mean, he has a good right hand. He hits hard. And he was wobbling Charles Johnson all over the place. So this is not a mismatch on the feet. I think on the feet's close. I think that Durden has a bigger advantage on the mat, and Hadley does have good jiu-jitsu, but if Durden minds his P's and Q's and controls him and he doesn't get subbed, he's going to win this fight. I think that his cardio is good. I think that he's a dog. He's going to fight for your money, and people need to quit disrespecting Cody Durden. I mean, he's the underdog every fight. I continue on betting him. I bet him his last 2 fights. I dog money, and betting him here again against dog money. So I got Cody Durden with the win. You look at the tape. I mean, Raposo took him down, Hadley down. You got Nascimento who dominated him on the mat. Candelario, took him down. I mean, dude, come on, man. I mean, Nascimento legit dominated him on the mat, man. So I just don't get how people think that he's not going to get taken down here. And I get he has good jiu-jitsu, but I like Cody Durden a lot here. I think Cody Durden's going to look good on the feet, take him down, and people were forgetting, guys, that besides a 3-fight winning streak, but the guy on short notice up a weight class went to a draw with Chris Gutierrez. So I like the wrestling advantage for Cody Durden here. I think that he hangs on the feet with Jake Hadley, and we're going to see a lot of control on the mat. And the pace, the pressure is going to be too much, and we're going to go Cody Durden with a decision. 3 units plus 145. Cody Durden, War Durden. Let's go. Yeah, Durden's really durable too. Next fight, we got Billy Quarantillo versus Damon Jackson. It's a good fight. So I like Billy Q here a lot. The money line is minus 190, minus 185. I don't want to bet that. So I'm waiting for the prop bet in the distance to drop on my Boyd bookie because I'm going to be looking at that. I like that play. If his money line gets better, I'm going to bet it. But yeah, I think it's a good match for Billy. Yeah, dude, Damon Jackson is just – there's just 2 huge red flags in his game that Billy's going to exploit. Damon Jackson's chin is not good. He has 4 knockout losses, and his cardio sucks. I mean, the guy slows down a lot of his fight. I mean, if you watch the tape on him, you'll see. Watch the Charles Rosa fight. Watch the Dan Argetta fight. I think Billy's cardio is very, very good. He has a huge cardio advantage. He's very good pace, pressure, and his striking's good. He has good boxing. He has a good right hand, good elbows, and a good jab, and he throws a lot of volume. He has way more volume than Damon Jackson. Damon Jackson, he's a grappler. He could get takedowns here, but I think Billy's ground game's good. I think Billy could reverse him, and I think it's a bad matchup, man. I think Billy's going to hurt Damon Jackson bad, and I think Billy's just levels above on the feet. Nasty ground game. The only advantage I have is for Jackson is the wrestling, but even if he gets the wrestling going, I think Billy could definitely hurt him, off his back with elbows and reverse and sweep and go on top. And I don't see how Damon Jackson survives 15 minutes here. I think Billy's going to finish him, and we're going to get a nice finish for Billy Quarantillo, who's one of the, best fighters outside the top 15. I think that he's going to be ranked again soon. I mean, this is a nightmare match for Damon Jackson, guys. I mean, low volume. He's a grappler. Striking's not that good. Terrible cardio. Not a good chin against a guy who that's what he's about. He has a great gas tank. He's very durable. In your face, good pressure. Very good volume. He's good striker. 5-3 in the UFC. Lands 7.86 strikes. Where you got 7.86 strikes, man. This is crazy, man. I mean, the dude's a beast. And then you got Jackson who wins 2.78. So, yeah, give me Billy Quarantillo by finish. I don't think he's going to do it late, dude. I think he's going to do this fight. He's going to finish the fight early. Next fight, we got Jeremiah Wells versus Carlson Harris. This is a good fight. Dude, I've actually been going back and forth in this fight all week, man. I thought about picking Carlson Harris and betting him. It's very tough, dude. I mean, both these guys are chinny and, slow down, and it's a great fight. I'm just going to pick Jeremiah Wells because I think that he hits hard, and we've seen Carlson knocked out twice. Wells has never been knocked out. I know he got hurt last fight a lot, but if Wells doesn't get submitted here with that nasty Darce, he has a better wrestling, and I think he's the better striker. I think Harris is a little more technical, but I think Jeremiah Wells hits really hard, and I think he can hurt him on the feet. So, and possibly control him on the mat. He's a nasty. He's a good BJJ black belt as well. So, give me Jeremiah Wells for the win. Shout out to Kelton. I know he has a big bet on Jeremiah Wells. Next fight, Kyra Phillips, Ronnie Barcelos. Dude, so you guys know me, man. I'm a big underdog guy, but on this card, I'm not really picking a lot of dogs. It's crazy. And, Durden's like one of the only dogs I'm going to be picking within this card. And you guys already know I like Billy, and he's a favorite, but I'm going to probably bet him on the distance. Stay tuned, my Twitter, guys. You'll see all my bets. So far, we have Durden and looking, and I'm going to be betting Billy in the distance. Next fight, Kyra Phillips, Ronnie Barcelos. Yeah, this is the passing of the torch fight. I got Kyra Phillips in this fight. I know he slows down, but besides that, I mean, I feel like he's better wherever the fight goes. I think he's going to hurt Barcelos really bad and get him out of there. I mean, we just thought Umar knock him out. That guy's a grappler. Kyra Phillips is a good striker. I got Kyra Phillips. Main card, we got Ignacio Bahamondes versus Ludwig Klein. I'm not a big parlay guy, guys, if you guys know that. But yeah, dude, I like Bahamondes. I can't even talk. Ignacio Bahamondes. I think that he's better everywhere, and I think that he's nasty on the feet. Huge for the division. Good striking. Good jiu-jitsu. I think this is a bad match for Klein. I got Ignacio here. Tanner Boser, Alexa Camur. I mean, battle the two jobbers. I would never want to bet this fight. I mean, I did look into it. I don't care about this fight. I'll watch it, but not confident. I mean, I'll pick the Canadian, but I'm not confident, guys. Next fight, Diego Lopes versus Gavin Tucker. Yeah, this line got steamed. I mean, this is a very close fight. I mean, it's hard to really see. Lopes is like 8 years younger. Tucker's 37. Tucker hasn't fought since he got smoked against Ige. Lopes might be hungrier. I mean, the guy's a dog. We just saw what he did, and that loss can have off. So I like Lopes. I think he's a brawler. Nasty jiu-jitsu. I think that he's the better striker. I'll go with Lopes, but I'm not confident. Next fight, Dustin Jacoby versus Kenny Nzechukwu. I wish this was aligned like Kenny was the dog. If he was a dog, I'd bet him. Kenny is the favorite. I'm not in the business of betting him here. Jacoby's let me down. I mean, he's on a 2-fight losing streak, guys. I mean, he beat Khalil, in my opinion, but the last fight I bet him against Asmat at Chalk, and he just fucking looked terrible, dude. I mean, lost the first 2 rounds, won the third. Is Jacoby declining, man? I mean, I think he is. And you got Kennedy who's on the incline. I mean, I got to go with Kennedy here, but I'm not going to be betting him at the line. So maybe it's a good live bet. I mean, both these guys have good gas tanks. It's just Kennedy has more volume, and I think Kennedy's definitely fighting a good rhythm lately, man. I mean, he's just so big for the division. He has a good jab. I think Kennedy's going to hurt Dustin, so I got Kennedy. Next fight, in the co-main event, Jessica Andrade versus Tatiana Suarez. Wow, man, I see a lot of people picking the dog here, dude, and I don't get it, dude. I think Tatiana Suarez is going to roll here, dude. I mean, this is a terrible matchup against Andrade. I mean, we just saw what Blanchfield just did against her. Now you got, the best grappler in the division. I think Suarez should be at 115, and, dude, one takedown, this fight's over, guys. And I get it, her striking is not really that good, but she's a relentless grappler. I know that she took a long way off, but Tatiana Suarez is a beast, guys. If she fought Blanchfield, I definitely got Blanchfield, but Jessica Andrade is over the hill. She's at the end of her career. I mean, this is not a good spot. Yeah, she's a better striker, but Suarez is relentless. She's going to pressure her, take her down once, fight's over. I got Tatiana Suarez in the distance. Main event, Corey Sandhagen, Rob Font. I got Sandhagen here. I just think that he's the better fighter. I think that he's, better gas take, more durable. He's, more volume. Fought could have some moments in this fight, but I think Sandhagen's just going to dominate him, man. So I got Corey Sandhagen. So for my picks, I got Sandhagen, I got Suarez, I got Kennedy, I got Lopes, Boser, Bahamondes. I got Phillips, Wells, Billy Q, Durden, Woodson, and Almabayev. And for bets, I got 3 units on Cody Durden at plus 145. And I'm going to be betting Billy Q. I'm waiting to see if his money line's going to get better, but I like him in the distance. So stay tuned to my Twitter. Check out my bet and make tips. And please like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below who you guys like every fight. And I want to say thanks, guys, for supporting me. And, I'm happy that I'm doing this every week. And you guys know that, this is a strictly a hobby for me, man. I got a full-time job. I just love talking to the guys on here and, putting out my content. And I hope a lot of people continue to win bets. And we have one goal in mind, beat the bookie. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments who you guys got. Peace out, guys. See you guys next week.